Are the nice guys on business the kings of fuckery? Ha! That's a Texas size 10-4. Can confirm.
He's like that kid, right? Who he lights a fire in the trash can in the corner of the schoolroom, right?
Right.
And then disappears. And then when the fire breaks out, he grabs the fire extinguisher and he's like, "Hey, I'm a hero! Look, I saved us all." No, it doesn't.
It's like the ambulance driver that drives over the kid on the bicycle, and the kid on the bicycle says, "What happened?" And the ambulance driver says, "You're lucky it was me."
Well, there's nothing better than a new Nice Guys on Business podcast. Except for kids falling off bikes. Maybe. Fuck, I can watch kids falling off bikes all day. I don't give a fuck about your kids. If you have a problem with the majestic Canadian goose or the Nice Guys on Business, then you have a problem with me. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Can I just bitch for a second? Is that okay for me to do?
Unlike every other episode that we record for the Friday Fuckery, sure, go for it.
I mean, normally we don't just lead in starting bitching, but I felt like I needed to be just a whiny little bitch for just a half a second, okay?
Please be my guest.
And you know, I know you're gonna side with me here because you've been doing the work also. So we have this event that we have that's coming up in just like 13 days or 12 days away from now. And part of the agreement is we're going to do all this front end work and they're going to help promote. Except I go to their website because I was just verifying dates and stuff.
Boy. Okay.
They have no mention of the podcast. There's no link to the podcast. There's no, hey, you want to be a sponsor of the podcast? Nothing at all. You wouldn't even know that anything was going on that we have done behind the scenes. And I don't know about you, but I've probably have put, 15 hours of my own time into this, and you've probably done something the same or somewhere in there, plus talking to them, meeting with them, aligning with their messaging, preparing for the podcast interviews, buying the shit that we're going to need when we get there. I don't yet feel like they've come to the table with anything.
I don't disagree with you. I mean, I don't know if they are actually listening to the show. And, don't really care. I kind of doubt that they are.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think we've put a good amount of time and energy into it. And I understand, at least from what we're hearing from our go-between person, that they're struggling with overall big picture sales a bit. But it's still just not really a good excuse, I think.
I am not feeling the love right now. That's all I can say.
I agree.
But I am going to try this new beer. So can you see this? I don't know if you can see that.
Harlan Brewing. Okay.
Right.
Japanese lager.
It is a Japanese lager. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm trying to figure out what would be, okay, here's a pen.
Okay, a pen, yes.
For proportion's sake. I don't know if that helps at all or hurts at all.
Is that a big can?
It's a very large can.
Well, how many ounces is it?
It's 16-ounce can.
Oh, it's a big can. Yeah, most cans of beer are 12 ounces. Yeah, you got the extra large. I mean, it's not like a 40, but it is a large size can. Yeah.
I don't think they sell anything other than Budweiser and Bud Light and Coors Light in 40s, do they?
No, I don't know about that. You haven't been to the gas stations around here in Texas.
Schlitz malt liquor. Remember that? They used to have those big old, what would they call, is that with the screw top? What was it? Was it called a 40? Is that what they're called? Or are they called?
That's the nickname for them now. I don't know if they were called 40s back in the day, when you and I were growing up. But yeah, and I'll sometimes get like a Mike's Hard Lemonade or a Mike's Harder Lemonade.
Right.
And we've got gas stations around here, a couple of them that are close to me, where you go in and they have an entire cooler, of course, of, beer and wine and other various stuff.
And when you say cooler, you mean a walk-in cooler.
Well, some of them have like a actual walk-in cooler, but then other ones, like one that's actually very close to my house. If you walk in, there is actually a huge tub right?
Oh, a cooler, like you just like put your hand into the ice.
Right, literally on ice.
Wow.
And it's just open. It's not even a closed one. So obviously, like all day, they probably have to be re-pouring the ice over top of it because it's not like, 40 degrees in the gas station, right? So I'm sure it's melting, but it's just so interesting because it's like you go to a grocery store and you're like, ooh, there's candy in the checkout aisle because, it's right there and you want to grab some.
Right.
No, here it's grab a 40 on your way out, dude.
And grab a 40. How many times in your lifetime have you bought a 40?
That's a good question. I don't know if I ever have. The thing is, I drink beer slowly enough that it would be so goddamn warm by the time I got to the end. It's funny. My previous wife, my ex-wife, and I went to New Orleans once, and we went to hang out with my sister-in-law and brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And we got there on a Friday afternoon at like 4:00, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 3 or 4. And they had already been there for a day, I think, or maybe they got there earlier in the day. I don't know. But we literally pull into the hotel and they're like, come on, let's go hit Bourbon Street. I mean, I feel like it was like 3 p.m. because I remember thinking it's pretty fucking early to start drinking. I've got to pace myself. I'm not a big drinker, right?
Well,
but I'm like,
Vegas, that's like every place that you go to, they're pitching liquor to you, even in those really long, I don't know what they call them.
Oh yeah, like the yards.
The yards.
Those are fun.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
And if you get like a yard or a half yard, and it's a frozen one, you're not sure if you're going to get alcohol poisoning or diabetes first, right? Those things are dangerous. Yeah.
Why is it? I don't know if it's the same in Texas. I know in California, you cannot go through self-checkout if you have alcohol in your things that you're trying to buy. Can you do that in?
You can in Texas. Now,
you can?
they make somebody come over and verify your age, right? Like if you scan it, it says, hey, you're all good, but you can't check out yet because somebody's got to check your ID.
It's not like in the self-checkout, they don't have actually a person there. They have one to many, so it's 1 to like 6 or 8 in the registers, and they also have cameras looking down on top. As a matter of fact, the last time I checked out at the grocery store, we have Vaughn's that's near us. That's the chain. It's kind of like the Giant if you live on the East Coast, and I bought 3 or 4 items, and I checked, and I was going through, and I'm hit finish and pay, and it's like check the cart. I'm like, what the fuck? Check the cart. And I had a package of chicken that was disguised pretty much. It would seem like it was camouflage. It was the same color as the cart. So I didn't even see it sitting in the cart.
What?
So how, I mean, I would not have walked out had I'm sure I would have noticed it after I bagged my items and put them in the cart. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to pay for the chicken. But at the same time, how did it fucking know? It knew because there is an individual camera that's shooting down just to your cart. And when it said check your cart, there's a video of you and your cart that you're looking at the screen.
Fuck out. That is really funny. So it actually is basically like you were like, hey, I'm done. And you're like, I'm not sure about that.
Are you sure?
Like, no, I've got everything. I think you better check that. Yeah.
Check that cart just one more time. The other thing, I don't know if you notice this in self-checkout, but if you put something in the bagging area that you have not scanned, it knows that too.
Well, that I see all the time because that's a weight thing, right? And that actually, it makes sense that that's how they check these things, right? Like if you scan one, but you put 2 of them in there, they want to make sure, but that the weight is correct. And that's how they, catch you cheating. But so often it's like, if you use your own bag, you're like, it's this little light.
I know. I can't even put my bag down.
An ounce, right? And they're like, no, why did you cheat over there? No, it's just my fucking bag. Okay.
It's like, do you need any bags? How many bags do you need? 2. Okay. And I got 3. I'm like, are you sure you are you sure you only took 2 bags?
Oh God.
There's a lot of discipline. If you're anybody that is leaning more towards, I'm going to steal whatever I can. at the grocery store. Self-checkout is probably not where you're going to get your fix, but it is certainly a way where you feel accomplished if you're able to get through, because there's so many different things that are looking at you as you are checking out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but I put my photos back up on the wall. I don't know if you remember before, as I was doing.
I didn't realize that they were down. No,
I pulled them down because the conference that we're going to asked me respectfully if I could take my photos off the wall, because they don't want to promote what I have behind me, which is Ford products. Apparently, Ford does not fall into the subscription mold, or maybe it doesn't fit into their agenda or their theme well. So anyway, I pulled everything down off of my walls except for the screen behind me, and of course I had their logo up there. But they're back now because I'm done doing interviews.
I'm very curious if it was because, is it specifically a Ford thing, or was it just sort of, we don't want to see a bunch of cars? Right.
Didn't fit the vibe of what they were looking for. Hey, do you mind? Could you pull those photos off of your background? I'm like, sure, I could do that. No problem.
You know what doesn't fit the vibe for Turnkey? Not making any sales. That's what really, that goes against my personal vibe. But hey, maybe I'm being picky. I don't know.
Me too. I'm with you as well. Very important. Let me timestamp this so that you know, as of Thursday, April 30th at 3:40 p.m. Pacific time, 5:40 p.m. Central time. As of right now, it is true. Trump is still an asshole. Making sure everybody knows that.
Except he is controlling the Strait of Hormuz, right? Like he's shut it down and he's in fucking control, right?
Wait,
and apparently
something
Spain,
new?
Spain, yeah. Well, you just listen to him and he'll tell you. Spain and Great Britain and all those guys, he's like, you all need the Strait open just as badly as I do. So I don't know why you won't help. And their answer is, it was open before you fucking attacked Iran. So no, we're not going to. So he's like that kid, right? Who he lights a fire in the trash can in the corner of the schoolroom, right?
Right.
And then disappears. And then when the fire breaks out, he grabs the fire extinguisher and he's like, "I'm a hero! Look, I saved us all." No, it doesn't.
It's like the ambulance driver that drives over the kid on the bicycle, and the kid on the bicycle says, "What happened?" And the ambulance driver says, "You're lucky it was me that hit you." I'm like, fuck. What the hell? The reason I started that whole thing is because I think we had you guys primarily had a little text chain going on there, and I just chimed in because I believe Jared said gas hit over $4 a gallon or $4.20 a gallon. I'm like, I would love the day that it gets back to $4.20 a gallon. We're in $6.60 mode right now. It's going to hit $7 a gallon. There's no doubt. And I know it only costs you $5 to fill up your Tesla.
To charge it. And that's only if I'm out at a supercharger site and I need to charge in 45 minutes. Like the amount of electricity it takes from my home, it's like $2, I think $3 or something.
So Strickland has a Tesla and I have 5 gas guzzlers in my inventory.
Except in Doug's defense, his gas guzzlers, his cars, they get good gas mileage for 60-year-old cars. Yeah,
it's true. They're all really in tip-top shape. They all get somewhere between 9 and 11 miles to the gallon. Fortunately, I don't ever have to go anywhere. The challenge is that even if I have to move one off my driveway, it costs me $5. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I am afraid to start it up. I'm like, God, that was a gallon of gas right then to start it up.
God, I love that.
Oh, it fucking sucks. Anyhow, why don't you give us the welcome back so that we don't forget that?
Welcome back. My name is Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Hey.
I didn't get to finish my drinking story in New Orleans. So,
I thought you. Sorry, I interrupted.
My brother-in-law. So we hit the bars in New Orleans at the Bourbon Street, right? Yep. And there are bunches of bars on Bourbon Street where they have like 2-for-1 and 3-for-1 happy hour deals and shit. Well, he's drinking beer, right? And I'm like, okay, that's probably a good idea to start with beer early in the night, right? But he's got like this 32-ounce like plastic cup or something, and so he'll order another can, and he'll get 2 more 16-ounce cans or something, and he's like, he's got the thing full and he orders another one. And I'm like, well, it's going to be fucking warm by the time I get to the bottom of it. But no, he drinks goddamn fast.
I can't put that much liquid in my body. I mean, right? I think alcohol, like liquor, it gets me drunk faster on lesser volume, but I can't drink as much. The volume is just crazy with beer. I can't drink enough beer to get overly drunk because there's just too much liquid going into my body.
Same way. I drink 3 beers, 4 beers, like tops, and I'm like, fuck, I'm fucking full, and I'm full. Not even
exactly.
Really buzzed,
except those dessert beers you used to get at Victoria's. The dark beer tastes like chocolate and bacon.
Yeah. Oh,
those are good.
Chocolate and bacon. That's a good beer right there. I wonder if someone's come out with
okay, so Apple Podcast, Apple TV. I'm watching a new show right now. I want to fill you in on the show because I think it actually would be one that you might be interested in. It's called Hijack. Have you heard of this one?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's based upon a flight that's going from UK. I forget if it's going from the United States to.
Now, is this a movie or is this
No, it's a two. Right now it has 2 seasons. So it's a 6.5 hour flight from wherever they're taking off to wherever they're landing, but it's spread out over 20 episodes. So
and this is Idris Elba. I remember seeing the ads for this and it looked
Idris
good.
Elba? Which one is that?
He's the main guy.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, is that his name? I didn't know. Yeah,
he's
his name.
Fucking. So
good actor, good actor.
God,
now we're only
good.
in season 1. We're deep into season 1 right now, about 6 episodes, and I think it's 10 episodes per season. But it's really interesting. It kind of reminds me of wasn't each episode of 24 like the day in the life?
Exactly. 24 was supposed to be in real time, and that's why the shtick for it, or part of the shtick, was the clock starts running in the corner, and like they would come back from commercial and it would show you what time it is, but you were supposed to be watching events unfold in real time as they happen. So every hour-long episode is an hour of this guy's life over a course of a day.
Well, in this particular case, every episode, I don't know that they do it this way specifically, but the entire 2 seasons is 6.5 hours. Not 6.5 hours of watch time, but the flight is they have to. I don't know what they're going to do for season 3 because I'm assuming at some point the plane has got either.
So you're saying
I don't want to tell you the premise.
Season 2 is the second half of the same flight?
I don't know how they would do anything different than that.
Wow.
The show is called Hijack, so I'm assuming it's based upon the plane being in the air. So far, it's really good. I've very much been enjoying the psychology of the hijackers and the passengers alike.
Did you ever see a movie called Molly's Game?
Yeah, that was the one with what's her name?
Jessica Chastain.
That's her name? Wait a minute.
I think so.
Hold on a second. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I'm thinking of Queen's Gambit.
That was a series. Yeah.
Molly's Game. Let's see what that is.
It's based on a true story, and it's an Alan Sorkin. I think he wrote and directed
I like Alan Sorkin.
He wrote and directed it, and it's so goddamn good. It's basically about a woman who starts up a high stakes poker game in LA.
I did see this.
It's so good. Idris Elba is the lawyer.
I see that.
He is her lawyer.
And what's the guy's name? Michael Cera? And Kevin Costner
he's got a small
in
part in it. Yep. Yeah, he's in it for a little bit. Yeah.
I do remember this.
It's her movie. She's so good. I mean, well, the two of them, Jessica Chastain and Idris Elba. Highly recommend it. Again, it's called Molly's Game. And even if you're not like a poker fan, it's a great sort of adventure film. Wondering what's going to happen based on a true story. It's so good. It's so well done and well written, and it's very good. Kevin Costner plays Jessica Chastain's dad.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I think I have seen it. It sounds familiar. It's a movie. It's not a TV series, right?
It is a movie, and it's like if you've seen it, you should totally watch it again. I've watched it again 3 or 4 times. It's so goddamn good.
I believe we do have several voicemails, if I remember correctly from seeing the emails come in.
We have 3 voicemails. Yes,
Why don't we do our audience, do them a solid, and we'll play it. We'll play them early, and
we could do that. Okay,
yeah,
let's do that. And we do this, and let me make sure we cross the T and carry the 5 and dot the I and make sure everything's in the right place. And then when I share, I need to make sure I press the share sound button. Okay, here we go. We got you and you and you.
That's a lot of stuff going on there.
I think I've got all the stuff. It's like Apollo 13 here when I'm trying to do.
Wow, there is a very short voicemail in there. Do you think that is a wrong number, or maybe it could be JC, or it could be any?
That is a super voicemail. Number 2 is super short.
Well, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, it looks like maybe that was cut off. I don't know.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready to dive right in?
We are. I think we should just dive right in.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
I still have not checked since invading Iran. I still have not checked my my stocks. I haven't. When was that? When did we start this craziness? Was it?
I think it was over. You know what? Because isn't there a 60-day, like technically, the president is allowed to like attack, as long as it's not technically named a war, but I think this feels a lot like fucking war to me. For 60 days without congressional approval. After 60 days, he needs congressional approval.
All right. So February 28th is when we started. So that means the last day I checked my portfolio was on February 27th.
Let's see what happened to congressional approval for war. Here, I'll put this right up on the screen here. Let's see. As of April 2026, congressional approval has largely been superseded by executive action. We know that. But although intended as a check on executive power, the War Powers Resolution is frequently rendered toothless by vague legal interpretations, political reluctance, and the changing nature of modern conflicts.
Well, they also were very, very busy pulling all the voting rights away from minorities. So, they were very busy doing other shit. What the fuck is going on right now? We have taken so many steps back.
It is unbelievable.
So many fucking steps back in the last year and a half. It's crazy. I don't understand what the fuck is going on here. How are we going to undo all this is my question.
No, that's the big fucking question. And so think about the Supreme Court. Okay. There are 9 judges on the Supreme Court, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, Obama.
Hold on, let me check the Schoolhouse Rock. Hold on a second.
Well, there definitely are 9 judges on the Supreme Court. But I was trying to figure out how many Obama put on there, because I believe in 8 years in office, I think it was 2, but he was going to put a third one on because somebody retired 11 months before.
Right.
And the Republicans were like, I'm sorry, we can't do it this close to an election. We're like, we're 11 fucking months away. Are you kidding me? But fucking Trump in his first time through, right? He put 2 Supreme Court justices on, and then Ruth Bader Ginsburg died 2.5 weeks before the election.
Yeah.
And fucking Republicans rammed through a goddamn nominee. It's so fucking ridiculous. It's just the hypocrisy is what kills me. It just fucking kills me. And it's like every goddamn thing they say, they're like, we need to cut social programs because the deficit is out of control. And what do? They just raise the fucking deficit because they goddamn give more tax breaks to fucking corporations and then put us at war. It's
why? Okay, so I think I just heard something about it. It has cost us $50 billion so far to be over there. Is something
I've
like
heard
that?
between 25 and 50 billion dollars so far is what the war has cost
okay,
us.
let's go with the lower number then. It's cost us $25 billion. Now, if somehow they're able to come up with money to pay for defense, why can't they subsidize the cost of gasoline that we're all getting fucked over with? I mean, look, I drive very limited amount of miles, but it just gets my ire up when I go past a gas station and it says $6.50 or $6.60 a fucking gallon of gas.
Dude, one of Trump's big fucking important things that he ran on was, I care about the US. I'm not going to put us to war. I'm going to focus on us and the American people and domestic the economy policy and gas. And that's what's important. I say we, for those of you outside of the United States, please, we're sorry, Doug and I, don't say we when referring to the United States. Our fucking orange in chief bullshit. He bombed 7 countries in the first year in office. 7 fucking countries. That's insane. And talked about taking over Greenland. Thank God that hasn't happened yet. Oh my God, it's just insane. It's the most ridiculous thing.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I didn't mean to go off on that tangent. It started with gasoline in my head, and then I just thought, why are we spending all this money overseas when we actually could do something better with social programs, with any other program that we could, anything else other than 50 billion, 25 billion, whatever the fucking number is, could be better spent here in the US. And I hesitate to say this, but okay, if you have to put up a wall, put your 25 billion into the wall.
Hey, dude, the oil prices are higher than they've been since 1992, I believe. And why? Because we're at fucking war. It's the only reason for it. And it's our own fucking fault.
Okay.
It's insane.
Sorry.
It's insane. By the way, I've said this before, but maybe not recently. If there are any listeners out there who are Trump supporters, which I find a little hard to believe, only because we bash him so goddamn much.
Right.
But I respect everyone's opinions. I'm just super curious if there is, people who previously were Trump supporters and still support what he's doing. I would be very curious to hear, leave us a voicemail, call in, whatever. I'm curious to hear, what it is you support. Cause I can understand the whole immigration thing, right? Like, okay, he said he was going to be ridiculously hard on immigration, and he has been. Now, a number of people may argue that he did it the wrong way. He put too much money into ICE, whatever. But I understand if you as a person feel that's the most important thing, and if you're going to make an omelet, you got to break a couple of eggs, right? And you defend ICE's actions. Okay, I disagree with you, but at least I understand where you're coming from, and I'm allowed to disagree. But he's done nothing to help the economy. He's done nothing to bring gas prices down. He's actually brought gas prices up. And he said, he said, if you vote for Kamala Harris within a year, we will be at war, gas prices will be higher, and food prices will be higher. And guess what? He was right. I voted for Kamala Harris, and all those things did come true. Yeah. Anyway,
you still haven't listened yet to Pod Save the World, have you? Have you listened to that podcast?
Yeah, you mentioned that one. I'm gonna.
You've got to listen. You've got to listen. These guys are getting. I just looked at their YouTube channel. These guys are getting about 100,000 views per episode on YouTube.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And they don't necessarily know any more than we know.
Yeah. Pod Save America is what it's called.
Pod Save the World.
Not Pod Save America? I see Pod Save America.
No, Pod Save the World.
How is there a show called Pod Save America and another show called Pod Save the World?
Pod Save America. Let's see what that one is. Pod Save America. Wow, that's pretty popular one also. And they have 1 point. No, I wonder if it's the same thing.
Pod Save the World. That you're saying that, okay, podcast called Pod Save the World. Oh, here we go. Each week, Pod Save America co-host Tommy Vietor and Obama's former deputy. So it's some of the same guys.
Yeah, I think
but they're focusing on foreign policy instead.
Oh, got it. Well, I don't know which one I listen to then, because they're all very, very critical about this administration, but they do it in a really entertaining yet kind of like Fox News. They're not news; they're just entertainment. You know, that kind of thing. Anyway, just take a listen to it. I think you really would enjoy it if you want to be able to. I don't know if you ever have any long distance drives that you have to do, but especially if you're alone, it's probably much better, because I'm sure incredulous Strickland will come out when you listen to this.
You know that. You know that.
Fucked. Totally.
Okay.
Fucked.
Are we ready for the voicemail?
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, let's do it.
Hello, Doug. Hello, Strickland. Two things. Promise I'll keep it to just two.
That's Emily, by the way. For those of you who don't know.
No, three. First of all, I loved Jared's song at the end of the episode. That was hilarious. And I don't know what was going on with Steve O'Brien, about getting caught by his wife. But that was funny too. So I'm not privy to the inside joke, but still funny. Two, I was so curious after all the show notes talk to go back and check the show notes from this episode, whatever day today is, the 24th. Jason and I have been together for 14 years today. We didn't get married on April 24th. We went on our first date. Anyway, that was a side tangent. But I went into the show notes for this episode, April 24th, to see if the show notes writer would be pissed off that Strickland was talking about firing him and hiring AI to do it, and it appears he was. So I'd recommend not doing that yet. Maybe do it when you don't talk about it first before you do it. It's kind of make up some other reason if you decide to go that route and fire him and use AI instead. Also, stop firing writers for AI, okay, people? That's just my message to the world right now. People are ridiculous. Somebody just did this to me, and I'm like, you want those human stories told by AI? Okay. And I read them when they come out in email now, and I'm like, wow, this is just it. It's not even worth my time. Not even worth my time. If I wanted to read a little story time by AI, I would have gone to Claude and asked him for a story time. Okay. There were two things. Second thing, Doug, you dropped the ball and didn't report back on your homework. Did you watch Jury Duty? Did you watch Company Retreat?
Oh, right.
I have a feeling you didn't like it. I'm a little worried. I'm like, maybe Doug just doesn't like it, so he didn't talk about it. Maybe he just forgot. I'm a little worried you're not going to like it. But I am curious if you watched it. So that's all. Goodbye.
Okay, so I did watch it, and I remember that I watched it already.
Jury Duty?
Jury Duty. I did not see Company Retreat yet, but I brought JJ along for the ride of Jury Duty, and we got through one episode, and she wasn't into the show, so I didn't need to watch it a second time. Now, I have not yet gone back and watched Company Retreat or Corporate Retreat, but
Jury Duty presents Company Retreat.
Yeah. Okay, I probably need to go back and do that, because as I was watching Jury Duty, I remember how funny it was to me.
And JJ was not into it. She did not enjoy it.
No, not her type of humor. So
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was funny. I would imagine, and even watching it the second time through, I still thought it was funny.
I know, it's so goddamn funny.
What's the guy that plays himself? What's his name again?
Ronald.
The guy on the show he's the actor.
Oh, James McAvoy.
Yeah. It's super douchey.
He is. And what's so great is listening to the behind the scenes episodes.
Right.
And he's on all of them. And he's going to say things like, oh my God, this was so hard. Because he and Ronald, the guy, they're both on. He's like, I felt so bad saying this to you. I felt like such an asshole, but that's what I had to do. That was the part, but I felt so bad about it while I was doing it.
So just remind me for a quick second, because I don't want to have to think about this. I just want to know the answer, because I'm sure you have it in your head. the one guy that didn't know that it was real, right? The one guy.
No, that thought it was real.
The one guy that thought it was real. Exactly. He is not an actor. He actually thinks that it's a real trial going on. Is that correct?
100%. Yeah.
Because they could have done it so that guy also was an actor too, and they could have just staged the entire thing. But no, they did not do that. He thinks that it is a real trial.
Exactly. 100%. Yep.
The judge is really good.
The judge is so good. The judge is so good. And, I think I might have mentioned this last week too. We've watched maybe 3 episodes, I think, of Company Retreat. Vera and I haven't watched another one since. It's been a couple of weeks. I'm not as into it yet.
Okay.
Like Jury Duty hooked me like right away. And I was thinking it was because of the premise, just the idea
Good
of
premise.
it.
Yeah.
But the new one, and I'm hoping that it gets better because I really love the idea of it. And when I was watching the behind the scenes ones of Jury Duty, the actors were saying things like, we couldn't get too over the top early on because then it would be like, oh my God, well, of course this is fake. This can't possibly be real. So they were very calculated about like cranking up the crazy as it went along, right? It was just a little crazy at first. So I'm hoping Company Retreat is going to do the same thing because the characters, there's a couple of them, like there's a guy who is the son of the owner and he's getting ready to take over the company. The owner's going to retire and the son is completely unqualified to do the job. And he's just a total mess. And he's very funny.
Same premise. Only one person doesn't know. And who is the one person in Company Retreat?
It's a guy who is hired as the executive assistant to the owner. Okay.
So no decision-making capacity. So it's more of he's got to do what he's told he's got to do.
Right. And basically the premise is he was brought in, he was hired as the executive assistant like a couple days before the whole company goes on this company retreat.
Right.
So basically he does like a day or two at work in the office, which isn't a real office and isn't a real company, before all of them are going to be going away for like a week for this company retreat.
Oh, that sounds great.
And there are a couple of kind of funny characters, like the employees, but they're just not that funny yet. So fingers crossed it gets better.
All right. Well, Emily, I did do the homework. I did enjoy the show. I should have reported back that I didn't realize that I had already watched it, and then I should have also followed up with I have not seen Company Retreat. I do want to go back and watch that as well.
And so what Emily was referring to, so last week there were 2 Easter eggs. There was one that was Jared's, Real Men of Genius show note writer.
Right.
That is brilliant. And it's too long to play here if you go back to last week's episode, if you want to hear it. But Steve O'Brien also did, hang on, let me find it now. Outro files. That's not what I want. Steve O'Brien, raw audio. Oh no, here we go. Here's the one. So February 26th, he did new drops for us, right? And so I'll usually, for those of you that don't know, Steve O'Brien, the best fucking voiceover guy in the industry,
totally.
He basically, we discovered him ages ago. And so now what we do is, oh, that's weird. Oh, I know why it's doing that. I will basically send him a bunch of drops like, hey, here's an intro I want. And it's like, all of our opens and closes, right? But I will send him a list of 5 or 10 of them. And I'll say to him, read these, but feel free to improv.
Right.
And he does a whole bunch of funny improv shit. And of course, most of our opens and closes, they're rather crude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them, there's a lot of profanity. And he's a professional voiceover guy and he records these in his home studio, right?
Right.
So his wife will sometimes be walking by as he's saying weird, crazy, stupid shit.
Only for us though. I think only for, does he do the crazy stuff for anybody? Does anybody request the crazy shit?
No, he has told me more than once that everybody else is very boring and very straight. He was the voice of like BMW. I mean, he's something.
Yeah, I
he's
know.
got some very, very big companies that hire him, that he's the voice of, and he's got to be very straight, and very whatever. And so then he comes up. I'm going to. This is the raw feed from the last one. I'm just going to click onto a couple of them.
Yeah.
So the comment here, I'll get to the comment at the end of a minute. Here we go.
I don't know if I told you this, but Doug's mom is so smart. She listens to her motherboard for advice.
Yeah, like I didn't even write that. He just wrote that. Okay.
You can also check out the audio version of that.
Okay, I think that's all serious stuff. Here, let's get to funny.
That's right. It's what they do best. The nice guy.
Oh, wait a minute.
Now, 30 minutes. And now, 30 minutes of gibberish, nonstop blabbing, and fuckery. It's what they do best.
That's right.
Here's Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner, the nice guys on business. Yeah. When we last saw the nice guys on business, they were trying to figure out how to put their pants on just one leg at a time. And they are still not getting it. Now, here's Doug Sandler and Strickland, the nice guys on business.
You remember?
Being an Olympic athlete takes skill, commitment, and sacrifice. Being a nice guy on business, well, that requires a microphone. And, well, that's about it.
You remember?
What they say, time flies when you're...
I'm sorry, what's that?
Do you remember when the first voiceover that he did for us, he either mispronounced your last name or my name or something?
Your last name, Sadler. I think he said Doug Sadler. And the rest of it was so brilliant. It was perfect. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good, but it's Sandler, not Sadler.
I want to find this Sadler and put that one back on.
Oh my God, that's fucking funny. I should try to find that. That would be really good. God, I got to have it somewhere. That's very funny, actually. I thought about that. I think he got a new one, re-recorded, remixed, and everything back to me in like an hour or two. And I'm like, oh, this is our fucking guy, right? We got to keep using him.
He's so good. He's so good. We love
Steve.
Steve.
He's doing a whole series of recordings like this for us, like this one.
You know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. It's slow as shit, though, when you're listening to this podcast. The nice guys on business.
And so after doing a whole bunch of those, he puts in.
It's it's.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
My wife just walked by and she opened the door and she goes, "What the hell are you doing in there?" I'm like, yeah, it's a client. She goes, "What kind of clients do you have now?"
So it used to be I would send, and he would give me like 3 reads of each, and they're all a little different, and it's like that's all I get, right? And now he's just like, fuck it, he just hits record and goes, right?
I like this. I like the wife going by. I like that just as much as anything else.
Well, my favorite one, let me find it, because this is one that
Steve, just read from like a page of a book and then just ad lib, just anything.
Right. So this is one that he totally left the recording running because he's like, whatever. He was absolutely not expecting that I was going to use it. And I do use this as an egg sometimes, but this is one of my favorites here. Right here.
Right now, you're probably thinking, boy, am I glad I left the kids at home for this episode. Am I the only one that can hear that? There's the fucking mail truck always has no muffler on it. Drives me crazy. It's one of the few sounds that can penetrate my fortress of solitude here. And the mail lady, she's a sweetheart too. It's not her fault. Not at all. It's the U.S. fucking government's fault. God damn it. That drives me crazy.
I told him I use that, and he's like, fuck, I got to be careful what I say.
Just anything that he says, because he said, it's like, how many times have you heard somebody say when they love somebody's voice, I could hear you read the phone book, you reading the phone book. He could read the phone book and it would be amazing to me.
Exactly. He, sometimes we'll talk on the phone now, right? He's like, hey, give me a call. Let's talk. It's like, I hear him on the phone and it is like talking to a total fucking rock star. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty great.
We need to have him back on the show. You want to see if we can have him back on the show?
We totally need to have him back on the show.
Make that happen. You've had the connection with him. Make that happen. I'd love to have him as a guest on the show. And, as long as it's okay. I mean, we can pay him to be on the show as long as we can use the content for the show, right?
Well, you send me your link, because I will email him and just tell him to book something on your link, and then I'll make sure I show up too. And whatever he's working on, let him fucking promote himself, right? We're whores. What do we care?
All right, hold on a second. Let me find your email address. Strickland. You're still at Strickland at AOL.com, right? my mom is still on fucking AOL.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And it's no wonder that every other email that she gets is like, your computer is in danger of having a serious virus. Don't click anything else again. We are shutting your computer down. You have a massive virus in your computer.
What is that? Your mom? Your mom has an AOL account?
Yes, my mom has AOL.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
A time for Steve O on the podcast. Okay, I'm gonna send you this link. Go ahead and play the next voicemail because we have.
Okay, here we go. This is the very short one.
Hey Doug, it's Erica. I thought I dialed the DJ Doug number, and I'm not sure I did. All right, disregard this. Bye.
What?
Disregard this. Okay, well,
she sat through the entire outgoing message, though. Did she not realize? Did she not listen? Maybe she wasn't listening.
I don't know. But maybe this next voicemail is the one of Erica calling back again.
Huh.
Should I play the next one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Hey there, Doug. Hey there, Strick. It's Erica, voicemail number 1. You might think it's number 2 because I called and I thought I had the wrong number, but it is voicemail number 1. The first one was a mistake. Maybe we'll call that 1A and this is 1B. Who knows? Anyway, great show this week. There's so much to comment on. You guys covered everything and pretty much gave us tips on everything in the whole planet. Anyway, I thought I'd just weigh in on one thing, and that's the whole Amazon deal. You asked an interesting question, Doug, and that was, where do you spend more on your groceries or on Amazon? And I actually can tell you I can't answer that question.
Yeah.
And they go together, and here's why. We shop for our groceries. I'm going to say 99% of what we buy, we shop at Whole Foods here where we live in the Bay Area. It's the absolute best place to get all the organic stuff that we like. And the interesting thing is that is also owned by Amazon. So it actually shows up on our Amazon Prime
that's funny.
tally. When you look at all the items we've purchased on Amazon, it shows what you buy in the grocery store as well. So I'm basically feeding the machine, you know, as far as I want. I'd really love to boycott Bezos, but I can't for a lot of reasons, or I choose not to. I guess that's a stronger word. It's just the convenience. I mean, man, everything, you know, like you said, we don't buy cat litter, but just about everything else, you know, vitamins, supplements, our food at the grocery store for Whole Foods. We're getting packages delivered here every day. I'm sure that the Amazon guy thinks that we're a warehouse or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I can't answer your question, but I can tell you this. We spend a shit ton of money at Amazon, if you count both of those things. That's it. You guys are wonderful. Love your show. Miss you. Haven't talked forever. And I hope all's well. Bye, guys.
Always great to hear from Erica. It has been quite a while since we've heard from her.
I think that aside from my mortgage payment, my Amazon bill is probably my next highest payment. I'm pretty sure. I think I did this last week when on the show, but I'm pretty sure my Amazon bill is higher than my grocery bill.
I would not doubt it at all.
But it's interesting. I did not even remember that they owned Whole Foods as well. So wouldn't it make a lot of sense for Amazon to work on I mean, I'm sure they've already worked on this. Maybe it's just location. But why don't they deliver groceries?
Dude, they do. But it is location. Oh, I could do all my grocery shopping on Amazon and have it delivered if I wanted to, but you probably don't have a Whole Foods close enough to you.
Not close enough, but we do have one that is it's probably 25 minutes away. It's a little bit further than the Trader Joe's is. Same thing with Trader Joe's. I mean, people want convenience. I would pay extra for convenience. I think that we pay less by shopping at Trader Joe's. I'd be willing to pay a little bit more knowing that I'd be able to get it delivered. And I think I would probably spend more if I had stuff delivered.
100%.
Any other voicemails?
No, that's it.
That is it?
That is it.
We are free?
I mean, we can always stop anytime we want. But
Strickland, we've been doing this for 11 years and 1,700 plus episodes. We really can't stop anytime we want to, because we would have stopped. As the famous party guest would say to the band leader, what was that about requests? What have you said?
Oh, yeah. When I was playing in a bar band, we'd come back from a break and we'd be like, "Hey, everybody, great. Thank you for sticking around. We appreciate all of you. We had a lot of requests while we were on break, but we're going to come back and do another set anyway."
Don't come back. Well, what else do we have to talk about? I got other shit, I'm sure, that's on my agenda, but I just can't think of anything right now. I had like several subjects come up as we were listening to the voicemails, and as quickly as they got into my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm going to remember that. Fucking forgot.
Dude, when we started, I was thinking to myself, I don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about today. But we've talked about that for 50 minutes now.
And we've talked about that for not just 50 minutes, but we've literally spoken about that every week for the last pretty much 10 of those 11 years, I would say.
Fuck, that's crazy.
I did have a guest that was on the show who is, hold on, I'm just blanking on his name right now, but hold on. I just interviewed him, Jason Swank. I interviewed him yesterday. And as soon as I connected with him, I'm like, I fucking know him. How do I know him? I'm sure I know him from somewhere. I actually interviewed him before on my Mustang podcast.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He didn't realize that he was pitching my show or who I was. And I didn't realize he was a guest on my other podcast already. And I'm like, I started looking up the notes for my, I'm like, you had a classic Mustang. And he's like, yeah, I did. And we just had it was a really good conversation. We ended up talking for about an hour.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah. A lot of good conversations. Okay. So let's see. So what is going on in your life this coming weekend? Anything exciting happening for you?
Not really. Vera is done with school in a week and has graduation in 2 weeks. So that's exciting.
All right. And so you decided not to go to Europe this summer, correct?
Correct. We are not. It's just going to be too complicated. We don't want to be the dumb Americans over in Europe while war is going on. And it's fucking expensive.
We threw ourselves right into the mix. We are going to Italy, in spite of the fact that the airplane tickets were $1,900 a piece. We are still
I'm trying to think what I spent on hours. Yeah, that's $1,900. Yeah, it's fucking expensive.
It's crazy. The whole thing is crazy. But I would say that if we hadn't committed to our neighbors, who are good friends of ours, who are also going, we probably would have. At least I would have probably said we're going to do this another time. But we had committed to them, so I'm like, we can't do that. They're going there. It's their 50th wedding anniversary. Just a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, no, we're not going to do that.
And when is that?
That is in June, at the end of June. So we're going to come back from Sub Summit with all this fresh cash in our pocket.
Oh, yeah, right. As soon as they make a couple of sales, yeah.
Oh, God. All right. Well, you know what? We gave them a good 50 minutes of quality show. Let's not drag it out for another 10 just to say we got to an hour.
I'm down with that. I've not had dinner yet, so
all right.
I'm going to go make some Stroganoff.
Okay. What's our name of our community? Nice Guy Community. We'll see you again next week. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.